Now how am I going to open this? That's right, with one of these. Hi there, welcome back to Victory Woodworks with Vic. I'm Vic. Our next project is a bottle opener. That's right, a bottle opener. But hold on to your chisels, because we're not just talking about any ordinary bottle opener here. Oh no. We're talking about the bottle opener. It's made of Padauk, and it's so smooth. Today we're diving back in the world of CNC woodworking with a great summer project, a sleek, stylish, and functional bottle opener crafted using the CNC and Carbide Create. You can also make this with traditional woodworking tools, but that's not what we're going to do today. For those of you new to CNC, don't worry. I'll walk you through the entire process step by step. And for those of you seasoned CNC pros, get ready to be inspired by this awesome and yet simple project. Free Carbide Create plans and an SVG diagram are on the Victory Woodworks website shop. Check for links in the description below. Now, some magic happens in Carbide Create. This user-friendly software allows you to design, create intricate patterns with ease. Don't worry, I'll guide you through the design process, making sure it's super simple for everyone to follow along. Let's head on over to the PC and start designing. Welcome to the design section of the bottle opener video. We're going to design in Carbide Create version 757. The designs here and the SVG are going to be posted on my website, which is victorywoodworks.us. Free plans. It's going to be the Carbide Create drawing we're going to do here, as well as an SVG for those of you guys who don't use Carbide Create. All right, let's get to it. First is a project setup. So let's get the little gear icon here. The stock I'm using is 5 3/4 wide, 6.5 inches in height, and the thickness, as measured with my calipers, is 0.45 inches, so just under a ½ inch. But I'm adding 0.005 for a little bit of tolerance, so the thickness is going to be 0.4550. My zero height is going to be from the top. I like using the lower left-hand corner because on my shapeoko, that's kind of where I can align all my stock. It is going to be hardwood because it's a Padauk. We're going to be using shapeoko 4, retract height of ½ inch. Make sure we don't like bang into anything on top. And of course, all of our units are going to be in inches. Okay, now that we got the project setup all set and our stock all in the program, we're going to design a couple basic shapes. I mean, for this can opener, or bottle opener I should say, there's only a few shapes you're going to need. The first of which is going to be a rectangle. So we're going to click on the rectangle, draw it out here. Its dimensions are going to be 2 by 4 inches, which seems to be like a good size for a bottle opener. We're going to put that right here, right now in the middle. Next, we're going to create a couple circles. So let's hit on the circle. The circle radius is going to be 1 inch. So we're going to go 1 inch. We're going to create this one. And what we're going to do is we're going to pin it right on top of our rectangle. I'm going to create a second one. I'm going to pin that also on the bottom. These are going to be our 2 ends. Okay, now let's weld our circles to the rectangle in the middle. So we take the rectangle, then we hit Shift, hit the circle, and then we go to the Boolean join. That's not the one we want. That's the one we want. So it should say Boolean join. Hit OK. So you can see now we've melded that together. Now we take this piece and meld it with the other circle. Same thing. And hit join. Hit OK. So now we've got the outline of our bottle opener. Okay, now we're going to need to create the circles for the hardware, which is going to go right around here. So we're going to create another circle. Its radius is going to be 0.79. So let me just put that in there. And I got that by measuring the hardware for the bottle opener part that's going to go in here. That was measured at 0.785, and I added a little bit of clearance of 0.005 to give me this size and shape. And that's going to go right here. Okay, inside of that, we're going to need to create another circle for clearance of the bottle cap. So when you put it on the bottle cap and we flip it, we need to be able to give it some space back in there. Okay, now what we're going to do is create the offset for the bottle cap itself. So I'm going to click on this circle, offset this inside by about 0.27 onto the inside. That'll give us space for our bottle cap. Now what we need to do is create the finger hole so we can hold on to this thing or put it through a string or lanyard or otherwise. Create another circle, and its diameter, or I should say its radius, is going to be 0.625. Seemed about right. Hit OK. Let's grab that and let's stick it right in there. See, everything kind of lines up right on this middle line. Now that we have our bottle opener essentially drawn out, we still need to add some tabs for when we cut this out. So I'm just going to add 4 on the straight section because it's much easier to sand off if we need to. So there we go, we got our tabs in and we're all set with our drawing. Next step is to create the tool paths. Now here you can see the pocket tool paths I did before for my test, but we're gonna disable these. I'm gonna do them from scratch. So let me just create a new tool path group, close those up in here. So the first thing we're gonna do is we're gonna create this outer hole that's gonna hold our hardware. So we click on that. We're going to be, hold on, let's pocket that. And we're going to be using a 1/8 inch down cut bit. And it's also going to be 0.09 in depth, because that's the measured depth of the actual hardware piece we're going to be using. We're going to ramp it, and we're going to call that pocket for hardware. Hit OK. Let's check the simulation. Put that into beach. Looks like it's doing what we want it to do. Next thing we're going to do is we're going to disable that for a sec. We're going to cut this pocket out for the cap. Same thing, pocket. We're going to use the same bit, the 1/8 inch bit, except this one's going to be a little bit deeper. Cutting depth is going to be 1/4 inch. We're going to ramp it in, and we're going to call this clearance pocket for clearance. Okay, let's see what that looks like. All right, let's see what both of them look like. Looks like we're doing the right thing. Pocket inside of a pocket. Okay. Next, we're going to cut out the finger hole. So we're going to click on the finger hole. Now here, this it depends how you secure your piece down onto your CNC. I'm using double-sided tape, so this piece is going to stick for me. And because of that, what I'm going to do is I'm going to choose a contour of that hole. And I'm going to make that go from the top all the way to the stock bottom on the inside. I'm going to ramp it down, and we're going to use no tabs. There should be no tabs for this. And we're going to call this contour finger hole. Okay. And let's see what that looks like. Show the simulation. You can see it cuts it right out all the way through the piece of stock. Finally, what we're going to do is we're going to cut out the piece itself. We're going to take that, another contour path. I'm going to select that all the way to the stock bottom, except this is going to be on the outside, not the inside. We're going to ramp. We're going to use tabs, but I like using small tabs, so 0.1 seems to work for me, and we'll call this contour cutout. Hit OK. Let's take a view of what everything's going to look like, and this looks like what we wanted to, except that we're at the top here. We're coming off the stock, so let's just move this down just a little bit and move it over. Actually, I'm going to go to design section to do that. take it and we'll give it 2 on each side. I believe these are 1/8. Yeah, 1/8 blocks, so that gives us a 1/4 inch on either side. So while we're here, why don't we make 2? I mean, this is a CNC after all. I've got all this lumber extra, so copy, paste that, and give it some space. So about there, and maybe this one will slide one more over from the edge. There we go. So we've got about 3. We've got a nice space in the middle. We've got all of our stuff here. Let's just go back to toolpaths, do a quick simulation. Everything's on stock. We got all of our cutouts. We're all set to go. All right, let's save toolpaths. Now let's head over to the CNC and cut this out. Once we've got our design locked in, it's time to let the CNC machine work its magic. We'll secure our stock, load up the toolpaths, and watch as precision meets creativity. Watching the CNC machine cut out the designs is always so satisfying. It's like witnessing a masterpiece come to life. Or maybe just something very cool. Now we're going to sand this opener till it's oh so smooth. Then we're going to finish the opener in some mineral oil. After these finishing touches, a bottle opener looks and feels incredible. The produced natural beauty really shines through, and that precise CNC carving adds that professional touch we all love. Now here comes the fun part. It's time to test it out. Ah, success. Nothing beats the satisfaction of popping open a cold one with something you crafted yourself. Cheers to all of you. Thanks for joining me on this woodworking adventure today. If you enjoyed this project, don't forget to hit that like button. Subscribe to Victory Woodworks and ring that bell for notifications so you won't miss any future videos. Remember, friends, the possibilities are endless. So stay passionate about your woodworking, and I'll see you in the next video. Until then, thanks for watching.